Look, you all, no socks. Once in a lifetime, I won't wear socks. Just wanted to give you an update on Elle. She doesn't have a head. My son, we still have this that I need to get rid of. My son got her this Wednesday Addams costume, I guess, outfit, which I kind of want to borrow. It's good quality and I really like it. He wants to put the head back on, but I'm like, no. But anyway, and then those are a pair of her shoes, which I wish I could fit into. I don't know what size they are, but they look small. They look like they're like a 7. Y'all, I'm an 8.5. Those are hers. Those are hers. Oh, apparently those are hers too. And I really like these. I like these. I couldn't fit them in. Well, I don't even know if you saw the other shoes. Yeah. But you know what, you all? I don't know what to make of this. I really don't. I don't know if I should be worried or I don't know what to make of it. I'm getting some socks. I'll put you all face up. My hair is soaking wet. I had to wash my hair. I was gonna go live. I was like, should I try going live? Like, I haven't tried going live in a long time. The last time I went live, nobody showed up. And I was just talking to myself. I think I was talking about the apartments where I used to live. I have a stuffy nose again. But anyway, yeah, it was the apartments that I used to live at, and I was just showing you all around, and what a waste of money it was too, especially the exercise room. I forgot what they called it, but the fitness room or something like that, where it only had one treadmill, one bike, and then the rest were free weights. Oh, what else did they have? Oh, the elliptical. Yeah, try saying that a couple of times. And I'm watching Tim Araya. I like to watch him. That was my chair. That was not me. I'm getting ready to pick up my son here pretty soon. Oh, my friend posted something. Okay, he's getting ready to end anyway, and I wasn't even paying attention. I was in the shower. When you lie to a Sagittarius in a relationship, we know more about you than the FBI. Yeah, that's also Cancer right there. So, anyhow, I was watching some of the Charlie Kirk videos. Oh, did he go live? This guy that I follow? Oh, that was yesterday. Okay, never mind. Yeah, some people think that his wife is faking the whole crying and everything. Like, I don't know, you all. Like, I am not. What? You've been warned. STI pandemic hits Houston. Be careful. What is this about? I don't know. This guy posted. Let's see, let me move there. What the hell is that? That's scary. I follow him too. Noah Jacob. Oh, but like I was saying, I don't know. I'm not going to fall into these conspiracies that she's faking her crying, that wasn't a real body in the coffin, that he really didn't get shot, because if he got shot, the wound wouldn't have he wouldn't have had an exit wound where he had it, and yada yada. Now, I do believe that it wasn't a straight shot, like where they're saying that it came from the top of the building. That I do not believe. And I don't believe that no wait, I do believe that it either came from somebody closer nearby or the back. I saw where somebody posted on X that there's a thing called like a palm gun, and I looked it up, and there really is something like that, and I was like, whoa, I never heard of that before. And then somebody else posted something about some device in the back of him, in the back of the building, high up, that it could have. Sorry, let me turn that down. I'm watching for the 5th billionth time The Walking Dead because there's nothing else on TV. There is nothing else on TV. I don't know what to do anymore. And I only like this season. Right after the season, you know what? I'll watch like from the beginning all the way up to where Negan kills, spoiler alert, Glenn and Abraham, if you haven't watched it, and then I'll stop watching it because after that, to me, it really sucked. I really didn't like when the king came in. I thought it got really boring at that moment. But I'm not mad at the king. I mean, I was cheering for the king the whole time, King Ezekiel. But I lost interest. But of course, I kept watching it because I needed to see it through. Now I've seen it through so many times that I'm like, okay, I'll only watch up to my favorite season and to that part, and then I'll check out, you know? But anyway, back to the Charlie Kirk thing. Yeah, I'm not sure like where the wound, why do I keep saying wound? Where the bullet even entered. Like, some people are saying, oh, it entered his head, came out of his neck. Trigger warning, by the way. I don't know. I still think it was through the side. I haven't been able to watch the video anymore of him getting shot. It was really hard to watch the first time. Do I believe that it actually happened? Yes. Why would anybody lie about something like that? You know? And there's people out there that actually believe it was all staged, that it's not true, and that he's really still alive. Look, you all can believe what you like. I don't believe that he is still alive. I feel that he is gone. I don't think anybody will go through so much trouble in staging something like that and make the world believe that they're gone. What would be the reason? Did he owe the IRS? No. So what would be the reason? What would be the reason for him faking his death? This guy had a very well present, and he had a really big upcoming future ahead of him. Why would he fake his death? You know, it doesn't make sense to me. Others are saying that he was shot because he was going to run for president and they didn't want him. I don't know if I believe that either. Why would they do that to him and not actually get rid of the president that we have now? I know before y'all say, well, Moon, they did shoot at the president many times, more than like 3 times already. I understand that. But they've all missed. And I'm not saying, I'm not this crazy libertarian that's going to be like, oh, next time, you know, you all need to get him right away. You all need to do this. No. I happen to like Trump in office. While some of you will blame him for the sun not coming out at a certain time of the day, you know, or, you know, there's too many stars in the sky. It's Trump's fault. You know, like, it's ridiculous. Some of you are really ridiculous. And some of you just criticize anything that comes out of his mouth just for the sake of making a video. I'm not that person. I don't care to be that person. And I'm not going to be making videos defending him either because I am not political. Okay? Let's just put that out there. But I do care who's in office. And I'm okay with who's in office. Now I know we're not very happy with the economy. Sorry, you all. I'm over here trying to blow my nose while I talk, and I shouldn't do that because. But I don't know. All of a sudden, my nose starts to run, and I get stuffy. I'm not too pleased with the economy. However, I know that it's gonna take time. All of that. I need to lower the TV even more. All of that's gonna take time. Look how much time it took for somebody else that was in office to just ruin everything it could possibly ruin. And you think somebody can just come in and wave a magic wand and be like, beepity boppity boop, boop, and everything's fine again? No, that's ridiculous to even have that kind of thinking. It would be great, but it doesn't happen that way. We all know that. Let's just be real. It's not going to happen that way. It's going to take time. But meantime, yeah, I mean, I hate how much groceries are. My light bill this month, that's due at the end of the month, is $232. And I called him yesterday and I was like, how? How is it since before when we moved in here? We already have a year here. This month we have a year. Since the time that we moved into this apartment, our bill has been the highest, $184. How is it $232 this month? And, you know, they always give you the same explanation. Well, ma'am, you use this much wattage, yada, yada. It seems like you used more wattage this month. I'm like, sure. Like, I haven't done anything different, but whatever. And then our water bill, we have to pay water here. Our water bill was usually $42. Well, this month it's $51. $51.46 to be exact. No, sorry, $51.96. Because I wrote it down. And I was like, well, what? I'm not doing anything different. I'm not washing like any more than I usually do. I'm not bathing any more than I usually do. I don't understand, you know? And plus, we eat out a lot, so I don't do dishes that much. However, this week I have been doing a lot of dishes. But anyway. So yeah, it seems like everything's going up. And I did ask my older son that lives a couple of doors down. I said, hey, you know, did y'all get a high electric bill? Because we both have Reliant. I don't know if y'all have Reliant. We've had Reliant since 2012. And Reliant's always been good to us. I wish they would give us a break one month, but they don't. But anyway, they've always been good to us. And they've always been at a reasonable rate. However, last year when we were living at the villas that we lived upstairs, our bill was always in the 200s also. And we thought, okay, well, maybe it's because we live upstairs. It's hot upstairs. All the sun hits upstairs. I guess, you know, it makes sense. And so when we moved here to the duplex, I was like, okay, well, let's see how the light comes out here, right? And it was always in the hundreds. And I was like, wow, it's half of what we used to pay. But this bill, like I said, reminds me so much of the other apartment. I'm like, this is a nightmare. Like, why is it as much as it was at the other apartment? I'm not doing anything different. But we'll see. You know, we're looking for another light company, and I don't even know so when I can cancel. We're on the conservative plan, and that's for 36 months. And I'm pretty sure I was supposed to renew this month, but they didn't send me a letter for that. So I'll probably call them again tomorrow and ask, hey, you know, am I supposed to renew again this month, or do you automatically renew me? Because I didn't get a letter or anything stating when I can change light companies, and I no longer wish to be with Reliant. You know, you all are being ridiculous with your prices now. But I need to look at this other light company that my brother recommended. However, sometimes my brother is off his rocker, because he told me that he got a military discount with Progressive for his vehicle, for his truck. And I was like, oh, really? Well, my husband's, a veteran, let me give them a call and find out, So I called them, and they're like, no, ma'am, we don't give any military discounts. We've never done that. And I've been here for 15 years, and we've never had a military discount. I'm like, really? I said, well, my brother must be really mistaken. Maybe, I don't know, his wires are crossed wrong. I have no idea. So I said, all right, well, thank you. Hung up and everything, And so I was like, well, there goes that idea, So my brother also recommended some other light company, which I'm going to find out. I think I wrote it down somewhere. I think it's called Zero Energy. Yeah, Zero Energy. And he says, our light bill's pretty good. And they live in a house. They live in a 4-bedroom home. And they keep the temperature pretty cool. So I was like, okay, well, I'll look into that light company, see if it's any better. But I don't know, you all, like, everything's gone up. And, the other day I recorded also that I was at the grocery store, and I was so proud of myself that I only spent $40. And I was like, let it be known that Moon only spent $40 today at the grocery store, because it's always like 80 and above. Well, I thought I had bought a packet of beef skirt for $17. Turns out it was some steak. Let's go look. I forgot the name of it. I forgot how to pronounce it. Okay, I'm looking for the name. Oh, it's on the side. Duh. Right here. Wagyu. Is that how you say it? Wagyu beef? Well, it's already frozen again. I thought it was fajitas. And my son's like, that's not fajitas. It's not beef skirt. It's Wagyu, whatever. And I was like, are you serious? And he's like, yeah, Mom, did you read it? Like, there's a big old sticker on the side. And I was like, I didn't even see it when I picked it out. I just picked it out. And he's like, you have to be very careful when you cook that, because it's very, very thin. But no, you can't cook it the same as fajitas, no. And I was like, well, that's fabulous. I spent $17 on this steak that I don't even know what to make with or how to cook it. Like, I really don't know how to make it or cook it. And I didn't Google it or YouTube it either, but I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to make chicken and rice instead tomorrow. Like, there goes that plan. I wanted to make fajita tacos, even though today's Taco Tuesday. What did I make today? I made fish. And, I really liked that Gordon's beer battered fish. But for some reason today, I had a lot of trouble eating it. Like, it just didn't taste good to me. I don't know. I mean, I ate it, but it wasn't as great as it usually is for me. Whereas before I was like, oh, I love this fish. I'm going to go get some more at the Walmart, yada, yada. But this time I was eating it and I was like, ew, like, have I been eating this the whole time? Like, what is this? I guess because, I don't know, lately I've been eating a lot of vegetables and not a lot of protein. Could that be? No, that can't be it, because I ate a burger on Friday. Although the burger wasn't that great. Like, I really appreciate that my son took me out to eat, but that burger was a classic cheeseburger that you could make at home. And they charged him $16 for that burger, which I thought was ridiculous. The fries were good though. I brought the fries home and I ate more fries when I got home. But, and then Saturday, oh well, I ordered those little tacos that were a waste of money. Those were good though. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with me and this fish now. We're not having a good relationship, I guess. Or maybe I just need to buy regular fish. Either catfish, tilapia, or some other fish. Because, yeah, that fish in a bag, I didn't like it too much today. And I made it with my favorite sides, with broccoli and green beans with bacon in it. That was good. I ate a lot of that. But not really the fish. I don't know. I don't know what my problem was today. And so, anyhow, I'm just gonna make chicken and rice tomorrow. And I'm gonna put some beans in the crock pot, hello, tonight, so that we can have for the chicken and rice. I have been wanting to make red beans and rice, and I keep forgetting. For the life of me, I keep forgetting that's what I want to make, and I keep forgetting to buy the ingredients to make it. You all, I really don't know what my problem is. I'm taking these focus pills, and they work when they want, okay? Because sometimes I can remember something really quick, and then other times I'm just like, what was I gonna do? What was I gonna say? And then I'll let the day go by, and then I'll be like, oh man, I was gonna do this. I was gonna get that. Just like yesterday, I made the French dip casserole, and I forgot to buy the dry onions that go on top. So here I go and I was at the store twice, mind you. I went on Sunday, and then I went yesterday morning to get my prescription, and I got a couple of things, some cat food and bath soap. And then I left, I paid for everything, left. And while I was making the casserole, I was like, oh, damn, I forgot the French onions, to put on top, the Frenchies. So here I have to go to the market because it's closer than the grocery store. And I buy the Frenchies, come home, and I also bought as a dessert because I wanted some dessert. Come home, and I got it done and all, but I was like, how could I go to the store twice, buy the ingredients to make this French onion dip casserole, and twice forget the Frenchies? And I was so mad at myself for that. Turns out that I told my son earlier that there's the casserole, there's leftovers if you're hungry, because he was like, I'm hungry, I'm ordering a shake, what do you want? And so I got the Missy, and he got the chocolate sensation, and it's from the Vitamin Shack. And I was like, I can go get it if you like, you don't have to DoorDash it, they're gonna charge you like what, $30 for 2 shakes? And he's like, no, it's all right, I got it. I'm like, all right. And you all, we have a Health Nut just down the street. I could even walk there and get the shakes if I wanted to. I wouldn't even have to drive. But for some reason, my son wanted the Vitamin Shack, which is on the other side of town. We used to have one here across the street, but they closed it. For whatever reason, they closed it. I don't know why. But anyhow, so he got that, and then that's when I told him, you do know we have leftover casserole, right? And he's like, yeah, about that casserole, it went right through me. And I was like, what, really? And he was like, yeah, like it just didn't go with me very well. And then I was like, okay. Then I thought about when I was eating the fish that I didn't really like the fish, and I was like, why in the world did I just get some casserole, the leftover casserole? I liked it. I ate a whole bunch of it yesterday. My stomach did well with it, you know, but I don't know. I forgot. Even though I told my son about it, I still forgot about it. You all probably think that's not possible, but with me, it is. It's possible. I forget things so easily. It's not even funny. This week, speaking about forgetfulness, this week I go for my 3rd shot of testosterone in my journey. And again, I was complaining to my cousin yesterday, I do not feel any boost of energy. And she's like, really? And I said, no, I'm going to give it this 3rd time. I'm thinking that I need to go through 3 shots before I can actually feel it. If I don't feel anything this 3rd time, I will let the doctor know. Maybe they can increase the dose. Or maybe I'll just bring it up that day. Like, I don't know. I have my appointment on Thursday. And they recommended another shot for me that's a supplement. And it's called, I wrote it down here, NAD+. That injection is $58. I don't know if it's weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. You know, I have no idea, but $58 is kind of high. And I was asking my cousin about it. I'm like, have you ever heard of it? Have you tried it? Do you know anybody that's tried it? Does it really work? It's a supplement that contains collagen. It also gives you energy. It also helps get rid of the free radicals and all this other blah, 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 you know. So I was willing to try it. However, I cannot afford that plus the testosterone shot because I have to pay a copay for the testosterone shot. And that is $35. So I'm like, yeah, 35 plus 58, no bueno, no. And so I am still taking the progesterone. That does help me sleep. However, I still wake up through the night though. Like, I don't know, my body just will wake up at 2 or 3 or 3:30, 5:30. Today I woke up at 5:30. And it's mainly to have the urge to go pee. And I'm like, oh, why do I have to go pee so much? Like, I don't know. You know, I hate that. But it's all right. Like, at least I haven't had any nightmares, and I don't even remember, surprise, I don't even remember what I was dreaming about either. It was a weird dream, I know that, but I think I was trying on a dress, but I'm not sure. I think I was trying on a dress, and I was looking at myself in the mirror, but I couldn't see my head, just my body. And I was like, oh, this is a nice dress. I really like it. And somebody was there with me, and they were like, yeah, it is nice. It looks really nice on you. And I was like, huh. But if it makes any sense, when I was looking at my body, it really didn't even look like my body. Like, I had a different body. Like, it was better. It was a better body than the one I have. But I don't know. I have the weirdest of dreams. But at least those little pills help. And in fact, I have them right here because I take them as soon as I get home. However, I need to blow dry my hair as soon as I get home. So I might take them after. They hit me right away. If I take them at 9:30, which I'm not going to because I gotta leave to pick up my son. I dropped my Kleenex. Okay. I need a new chair too. Somehow I tore this chair. Probably from putting my feet up in it and stuff. Anyway, if I take it at 9:30, it'll hit me in 10 minutes. And I will be really sleepy and drowsy and I need to lay down. So that's why I'm kind of like, unless I can blow dry my hair in 10 minutes, I'll go ahead and take it. If not, I'm gonna have to wait till I'm done. And it doesn't take me that long to blow dry my hair because I've been using that L'Orange or something like that. It's a blow dryer brush, and it actually works really good. And I'll do my hair in sections, and it'll leave my hair really full looking and bouncy and wavy. Let me show you all what it is. We got time. We got time. I'm gonna have to leave like 2 minutes. And I already put socks on. I have this hair blow dryer, which it's all right. And then there's my flat iron. But you know what? When I use this, it's this one. It comes like this. And it's pretty big. Hold on. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and leave it out because I'm going to need it. I try to get as much hairs out as I can, but I just saw some. Okay. This is what it looks like. See how big that is? It's got the settings. It works really good. I really recommend it. I got it from the Ulta. Well, I shouldn't even slam it like that. I got it from the Ulta when it was on sale. I paid... It was during Mother's Day last year. Because my husband didn't get me anything. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get myself something. Put my shoes on. Sorry for the mess in my closet. I got my Halloween stuff that I need to work on. I was going to do that earlier and I forgot. I forgot to do it. But what was I saying? Yeah, my husband didn't get me anything for Mother's Day last year. So I was like, well, I guess I'll have to pick out my own gift. And I did. See how I tore my chair right here? I keep putting my feet up here. And it had a little tear right there. And then somehow this happened today. So I'm like, okay. It's an excuse to get another chair. I'm putting you all down again. Oh, you all, I got a new purse. I don't have the other purse anymore. I got this from Amazon. It was on sale for $40. So I'm like, yeah, hell yeah. But you know what? It doesn't have a pocket here in the front. It's very thin. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. It's very thin here. I fit some stuff in there. But I'm used to putting my water here and my phone. And now I can't do that anymore. And then I do like the inside. So I'm like, well, I can put my phone right here. There's my other wallet. I'm still going to use this wallet for now. And then it's got that little zipper right here for this type. It's got here for your conceal. I don't have. But anyway, I was just really happy that it was $40. I really like it. It's still a backpack purse. Here, putting it on so that we can leave. I'm gonna take a napkin with me. I keep my stash right here because, oh, sorry you all, everything in red is paid for, okay? I keep my stash there because I have a runny nose all the time. I'll be back, Mama. What are you doing over here? Why is she over here? And why is this like so focused there? What are you doing over here? Is there like a bug? Is there a, or did you have an accident in your box? She threw up the other day, you all. Oh, let's see. Nope, she scratches her boxes up, but sometimes she'll have accidents and I don't see any. Huh. I wonder what she's doing there in that corner though. Mama, is there a bug in here? Now I feel like I want to move the couch. Hold on, you all, because I don't like bugs of any kind. Let's see. I don't see anything. I see a lot of hair and litter, ma'am. Let me get the broom really quick. How do we get? I just slept and walked on Saturday. I can't believe there's all this hair under the couch. Ah! There's a lizard! Oh my god! Get it! Get it, Tabby! Oh god! Where did it go? Oh, oh! I don't like lizards. I knew it. She lets me know when there's a bug. Okay, you all, hold on. Tabby, where is it? There it is. Trying to get it with me. Got it. We're gonna throw you outside. See, whenever she acts like that, I know something's up. I'm not gonna open the door just yet. It's a baby lizard, you all. But still. Oh. Thank you, Tabby. Thank you for letting me know there was a. Let me wash my hands. You know, these little quitters come in here. Anytime you open the door, they come in. They sneak in. All right. See, now she's back in her box. Now she's like, well, there went that idea. Look. Once again, this thing got big. See? Now she's in her box. She's like, well, you just took all the fun out of that, Mom. Let's make sure no bugs come back in. You little, you know what. Somebody just got here and I don't want to talk out loud. Where's the moon? You know, I haven't seen the moon in a couple of days. Okay. Oh, my husband ordered me a new sunshade. Is that what you call? I still don't know what to call them. Window sunshade? I don't know. Shush. And that should come in next week. We had to order it through Amazon because he took me to AutoZone and we couldn't find a nice one there. Walmart sunshades were not nice either. And so we ordered one with cats. It has cats and bows or something. I don't even remember anymore, but it's black cats. So I'm like, yeah, I guess I'll get that one. I wanted another pink one like this one. But he was like, why do you want pink? Everything you want is always having to be pink. Get something different. And I'm like, okay, fine. So I picked that. I want that one out. And I regret it, but I'm like, what am I going to do now? He won't let me get pink. I like pink. Pink is my signature color. I can wear pink. I look nice in pink too. But Mr. I don't like pink over there is tired of seeing pink. So, and I think this one's blue. It's like a baby blue, the background. And I'm like, why would they put baby blue with black cats? It would have looked better with a pink background and the black cats. I love pink and black, you know, together. But anyway, so yeah, I'm very talkative for somebody that doesn't have a lot to say today. I didn't even know what to talk about. Let me get some water again. But apparently I had a lot to share. And I don't make this stuff up. Now my throat hurts. And you know what, you all? I was going to read my Bible earlier. I'm going to have to read it before I go to bed. I really hate this about myself. I told God yesterday, Lord, I know I haven't been reading the Bible anymore. I'm going to read it tonight before I go to bed. And what did I do? I fell asleep. Maybe that's why he woke me up at 5:30. He's like, okay, you don't want to read it before you go to bed like you said you were? I'll wake you up early. Your choice. And he woke me up at 5:30. And I should have read it then, but I didn't. I got up, I went to go pee, and I went back to bed. And I did say the Our Father, though, the Lord's Prayer, because I was like telling him in my mind before I was falling back to sleep. I was like, Lord, I don't know what you need me to wake up for at this hour other than me having to go pee. But I'm going to say the Our Father. And so that's what I prayed. And then I went just back to sleep. And then, of course, I ended up waking up like 30 minutes later. I kept waking up every 30 minutes after that, to be honest, because I kept hearing noises. I left the TV on, but I didn't leave it on anything funny. I left it on The Walking Dead, and then, yeah, to be sound asleep and then to hear, you know, it's kind of like, what the hell is that? And then you realize, oh, it's The Walking Dead. I left it on there, right? And you're like, yeah, that's not a good idea. That's not a very good idea. So now I'm gonna have to blow dry my hair and then take my pill so that I can have a little bit of time to read the Bible. And you know, I'm not gonna blame the enemy, because some of you are like, it's not always the enemy. You know, we've heard that before at my church. You all blame the enemy. You give him too much credit. It's not always the enemy. Sometimes it's you all. Since about 5 o'clock, I was going to read the Bible. But what did I do? I was listening to YouTube, watching YouTube. And then I decided, oh, let me get an early start on my bike. You know, because I usually don't do it till 7. And by that point, it was already 6 o'clock. And I had already done the dishes and thrown the trash. And I'm like, yeah, right now is a good time for me to do the bike. So I did the bike. And the Bible got pushed aside again. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do it when I'm gonna have to read it before I go to bed. And it's not even much that I read, you all. I don't know why I procrastinate so much. I only read a passage. A passage is nothing. A passage is like less than 10 minutes. And for some reason, I couldn't do it last night. I went right to sleep. So I feel bad about that. And I am really sleepy right now. I really am, because like I said, I've been up since 5:30 until I finally got up. Oh, and you know what? I need to prepare the beans in the crock pot as soon as we get back. I should have just done it before I left. I could have shown you all how I prepare them. You see what I mean, you all? How I forget things. I forget things, and then I'm kicking myself on the behind because I'm like, how do you forget so many things? How? Oh. So I guess I'm not going to go to bed till 11. If I'm lucky. But where is the moon? Huh. I saw the bats out earlier when I threw the trash. And I think they're bats, but I don't know. That my neighbor says, but why do I believe my neighbor? She's like, they're bats. But when I was looking up, I could see the end, like a tail. And I'm like, well, bats don't have tails. Like a bird, you know? So I'm like, is she sure these are bats? I don't know. I guess I'll just go with it. They're bats, okay? I don't know. I don't know. But I do like looking at this pigeon up here. Look. See the pigeon? It's so cute. One got run over yesterday, though. And I was so sad. I didn't do it. It was during the day. My son texted me to tell me. Sometimes I'll see all of them up there and it looks really cute. In fact, I got it in a video, but I didn't upload that video. Why? I don't know. I just didn't do it. But yeah, my son was telling me today, I don't think we're going to see any more pigeons here. And I'm like, why? Because they saw what happened to the pigeon yesterday. Okay, this person's driving really fast. Oh. You know, they come to their business so late. It used to be called the Selfie Studio, and now it's the Mini Market. Is that the door for the Selfie Studio? I guess. I'm being nosy, you know. I like to stare to see what they're doing. I don't like to be stared at, but I'll be nosy. Okay, they're leaving already. They must have forgotten something. I'm assuming, okay. Sometimes there's really huge cockroaches on the sidewalk that you can even see them from where I'm sitting. And that's scary. Pigeon, aren't you supposed to eat those? Don't you eat bugs? I feel like the pigeon's looking at me. It's saying it didn't want to be on camera. Okay, the person left already. And there's people talking outside. Oh. They're probably wondering, what is that woman doing in her car? Why is she just sitting there? Oh, my hair smells good, I mean. My hair smells good. I love when I wash my hair. It smells so nice and clean. And then by tomorrow, it'll absorb everything and it won't smell as clean anymore. It'll smell like the oil that I put on it. I should have showed you all the oil. I got it also from the Ulta, but it was a free gift. It's that Olaplex, and it's a mini, but you only need a little bit. A little bit goes a long way, because if you put too much on it, then your hair does feel way down and oily, and sometimes that happens. I put too much, and I'm like, oh, my hair feels so oily, and I'll have to wash it again. But, and it doesn't smell. It really, I was expecting it to smell really nice, like the Paul Mitchell one, and it doesn't. I don't even think it has a smell. Do I even still have the Paul Mitchell? I think I finally threw it away because I wasn't using it, and I already had it, I think, for like 2 years, and I'm like, this isn't going to be good anymore, and I threw it out. And I regret it. I got it on sale too. And that one does smell really good. But I think that was a period where I said that I was like breaking out a lot. And I was reading how you can get like that pomade acne. In fact, I had gotten a teeny weeny little pimple right over here by my temple to my right side. And now I have a little mark there from where I popped it. And I'm like, great. And I'm pretty sure it was either from the pomade or the other stuff that I put in there. That other red tube that I had there when I was showing you all the fresh hair dryer, it's by Redken. I was using that at one time also, and then I noticed that when I started using it again, I started to get like little pimples by my hairline, and I'm like, okay, this is not good, you know. And so I said, maybe because it's already expired, I don't know. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to use the Paul Mitchell one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure y'all are like, Moon, who cares? Why are you even talking about that? I don't know. I'm just trying to kill time until my son comes out. That's all. I'm just trying to kill time. Sorry. But yeah, I missed the deadline for some classes for the fall. So now my goal is for the spring, which is in January. So I wonder if I can start applying already for financial aid or not. I don't know. I gotta do something. I'm going nuts. Just being at home, doing the same thing over and over again. I'm going nuts. I really am. And I need to do something, and I don't even know what. I was telling my son when we went out on Sunday to go eat, when we were at the Olive Garden, that we were like complaining about we weren't feeling the vibe and all. I was telling him how I wanted to be a psychologist. I've always wanted to do that, you know. And he's like, you? And I'm like, yes, what is so wrong with that? And he's like, I just don't think you would make a good psychologist. And I'm like, why not? And he's like, I just don't think you can handle that. Well, you can think what you'd like, you know? But that's what I would like to do. If I'm going to go to school again, I want to make it worth my while. Oh, yeah, because I was telling him how my counselor had said that her mom got her degree in nursing and she's 70 years old. And I'm like, how can you say that I wouldn't be a good psychologist if my counselor's mom is a nurse at 70 years old? You know, like at 70, you really can't. I don't want to say you can't be a nurse, but how is she doing that at 70? I'm pretty sure she did it just so that she can feel like she accomplished something and she could say, I did it, you know? And there's nothing wrong with that at all. There's nothing wrong with that at all, because that's why I'm doing it too. I'm doing it for myself, to prove to myself that I could do it, you know? But at 70, you can't be lifting any patients. You can't be on your feet that long, you know? So I'm like, but she did it for herself. And that's my point. That's why I'm doing this. Although I can see patients. By the time I'm done, I should be able to see patients at least. You know, I'm going to be sitting down. I don't have to lift anybody up. Because I had thought about that too, going back for nursing since I started doing it many years ago. And I wasn't able to finish. And the reason I wasn't able to finish was because I had to put more hours in at work. And the program in nursing is very demanding. Anybody that's taken nursing will know this, that it's almost impossible to work and to get your degree because of the studying that you have to do, the amount of work, then the hours you have to put in, your clinical hours. It's impossible. And I was already working part-time at the dealership. That's when I had started going to the dealership, working at the dealership, I mean. And I couldn't afford to get less hours. It was already a part-time job, and I was barely making it, you know. I couldn't afford to make less hours, so I had to give it up. I was like, it's either I work to support my boys and myself, or I keep going to school and try to make it by only working, what was it, like, I was putting in 7 hours as it is a day. It would have been 5 hours a day. There's no way I wouldn't have made it. There's no way. And so, and I didn't have any support from my family, let alone my mother. But yeah, there's just no way. It's different when you have the support of your family that will help you, like take care of your kids while you're at school, or help you pay the rent or whatever, you know, the car. I had a car payment. I've always had a car payment. And I was doing this all on my own. I wasn't married. I didn't have a boyfriend. I wasn't with my children's father, or fathers rather, because my kids are like two different fathers. Anyway, so yeah, there's just no way I could do it. And it's not an excuse, but it's the reality of life. You know, you have to make a choice. And then I always thought, well, I'll just go back later, you know, or maybe I'll just, you know, do the psychology thing. I'll take classes for psychology, which I did start. But again, I couldn't freaking stay in school because of my hours. The classes that I needed were either in the morning or in the afternoon, and I couldn't switch shifts. It was just a whole mess. It was a whole mess. And I finally just, all right, I'll put it aside for now and I'll just keep working, you know. And then when I wanted to go back, I couldn't, because that's when I kept getting, like, my backup, the second shift person that would come in. She was going to school. She actually got 2 degrees while she was at school, you know what, while she was working with me. And I would be the one staying there late for her. I would be the one covering for her all the time. And then I was like, okay, I need to do something to get the hell out of here, because otherwise I'm going to be doing this for everybody that comes in and I'm never going to get anywhere. And so that's when I decided to take phlebotomy. Well, the Lord really did not want me to do phlebotomy for some reason, because anytime I would take the freaking class, something would happen. And I'm like, okay, God, what is going on? Like, why am I not able to finish this class? Like, what's going on? And it was with my clinicals. And the instructor put me in a lab with this douchebag that didn't really want to work with me. and he just wanted to humiliate me the whole entire time. And they wouldn't get any patients in there. And I finally told the instructor, look, wherever you placed me, this place, they don't have any people coming in. I'm not getting my hours. I keep drawing from the guy that you put me with, and I'm like, I would like to do somebody different, you know? And he's not really teaching me anything, and he doesn't let me do anything either. You know, I'm just sitting there, like waiting for a patient to come in. So it's not working. And he's like, what? Wow, like, I didn't know that. You know, nobody ever told me, you know. I'm like, well, I don't know how the other people got their hours here, because I'm not, you know. And then I got into it with that douchebag. Not the teacher, the guy from the lab. Because he took on another volunteer, and then he wanted me to start coming in the afternoon. And I was like, why? Like, I'm okay coming in the morning. And my instructor, you know, set this up for me to come in the morning. Well, no, he wanted the other girl to be in the morning and me in the afternoon. And by that point, it was going to be a different person with me. And so I finally said, you know what? Just forget it. You know, and he's like, no, I don't want you to walk out, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, forget it. And I left. And I was just like, this is obviously not meant for me, you know? So, I don't know, but I really like the counseling area, and I've been through so much in my life. I could help with almost anything except for addiction. I can't really do that. I can't relate. I can probably relate to alcohol addiction, but I was able to stop. So, but that's the closest that I can get to addiction, you know. My older son wanted to be a counselor one time for addiction, because he did go through the whole thing, you know. And I think that's more of his area. I would be more of childhood trauma area, maybe even marriage, or just life in general, you know. Finally, okay, my son's coming. He turned off the lights. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out with me. Thank you for listening. I know I probably bored the crap out of some of you, but thank you for listening. So you all enjoy your, what's today, Tuesday night. Love you all. Lots of love, hugs, and prayers. Bye.